back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
Let's talk horror. Today, I am happy and I am sad because I'm joined by two of my amazing friends. Definitely, with my amazing friends, we're talking about something, in my opinion, that is not very amazing. So, we are here to rank the Leprechaun franchise. If you don't know, over here, we got Michael from Video Creep. Down here, we got our good friend Sweet and Spooky. Michael, what can you tell people a little bit about your channel if they haven't seen you yet?
I just cover horror news and do a lot of horror history lately is kind of what I've been gravitating towards, and doing more documentary horror style videos and stuff. But that's where I'm at. I do a lot of like lives and shit where I just get drunk and listen to music and shit.
Awesome.
That's the way to go.
Yep.
What about you, Sweet and Spooky? What can you tell everybody a little bit about your channel?
My gosh, I feel like you guys know me already. But on my channel, I cover new releases. Right now, I'm doing Giallo era, so I'm covering some Gialli on there if you're interested. And over on my channel, every 2 months or so, we do a live stream. It's called Table Screams, and we read different horror movie scripts and we act them out. And you may see these two beautiful people in the next one.
Oh,
Yeah. Awesome.
Just keep that in mind. And if you haven't already, guys, I have their links down here in the description. So make sure you're subscribing to them. Not for me, not for Ashley, not for Michael, not for Celeste. For you, because you're missing out on great content if you haven't already. That's why they're repeat visitors here on the channel, because not only do I love their content, I love them as people. So before we start with this fucking franchise, let's catch up on the chat real quick. John's here. What's up, buddy? Robin.
Hey, Robin.
How you doing? I really dig that name. You're gonna really dig her because she is the shit, and so is Michael. Dear God, why would you put yourself through these movies? They have moments.
Yeah.
What's up, Shaheem?
Hey, Shiny.
Shaheem.
What's up, Kyle? Thanks for stopping out, buddy. The Celeste fan club.
D, hi.
I like your hat, Ken. Headband, Ashley, cat ears, spooky. Michael's over there like, fuck you. Love that everyone is green except Michael. Got you again, Mike.
wait, no, it's green.
Yeah,
I
I
swear.
even did some
It's
green
green.
makeup. Like,
It's green.
Fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got in there. I got in there.
I'll still pinch you. What's up, Daniel? This is a lot of my favorite people.
Andy.
Thank you. For real. Seriously,
Thank you.
As an Irish man, I should love this series, but like Hellraiser, never had any interest. Saw the first one, thought it was garbage, never watched the others. I'll tell you this. The first one is not my favorite of the bunch. So that much I will say. Longtime viewer, subscriber already to all three. First time in the chat, just binged all the Leprechaun movies and looking forward to seeing where my rankings line up with you guys.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for joining the
Beautiful.
chat, Harley. That really means a lot to us. I hope you have a great time with it.
You really got through those movies, huh?
Well,
We are super glitchy still.
What?
I don't know. All right. Let us know if this fixes it. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with our internet right now. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you for letting me know, Raven. What's up, Nathan?
Hey, Nathan.
What's up, Boomer?
Hey, Boomer.
I'm really sorry, guys, that we're so glitchy. I know it's that way 'cause it's glitching on our end too. So will you go check, please? We're trying to get this fixed, guys. Unfortunately, and I'm not using this as an excuse, my daughter was out playing today, and she was riding her scooter, and she hit a rock, and she fell and busted one of her teeth.
oh no.
No.
Our day has consisted of a dental visit, trying to make sure that we could fix my daughter's cracked tooth. Luckily, we did. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it here, if it'll be super blurry or not, but she still got the cuts on her nose.
No.
Oh
But she
no.
does have a fixed tooth now, so
Dude, I can feel that story.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
Like I can feel
Skateboarder,
like
man.
being a kid on a bike and then just like smacking your face. Bad moms.
growing up as a skateboarder, that's totally, I felt every bit of her pain.
Oh yeah.
Happy National Vampire Today. I didn't know that it was. What's up, Jamie? My favorite is the third. We're trying to unhook all the devices right now. Are we getting better now? Can you guys see us a little bit better now, or are we still pretty laggy?
Still pretty laggy on my end.
Same.
All right.
But I can hear you. Awesome.
It's
Okay,
true.
it's just the video that's lagging.
Yeah, but the audio is great.
Okay. Well, if the audio's good, we'll just continue. I'm really sorry, guys. Hopefully it clears up as we go. Like I said, we are going to be doing the Leprechaun franchise, and we're in for some fun. What's up, stranger?
Hey, stranger boy.
I
And
can see you
Russ,
saying
what up?
you. Hopefully it gets better as we go. We just shut everything we possibly could off. Okay. So we are going to start now, and I do get. Celeste brought up a very good question on this one I got here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's a seven film collection. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the last Leprechaun, but it does have Origins on it. So to me, Leprechaun Origins is absolutely a part of the franchise because it is included on the set that I got. So I had some people asking me if it was part of this ranking or not. Yes, it is, strictly because it came on the box set that I got. So I'm going to start with my number 8, and I'm going to start with Leprechaun Origins, number 7. It was my least favorite of the bunch. No Warwick Davis, and I think the big thing for me is I was always been a big WWE fan. And when I heard that Hornswoggle was going to be doing the role of Leprechaun, I really anticipated being able to see Hornswoggle be a funny little leprechaun, being a funny little lep. And when that didn't happen, it really, really bummed me out. So that's a big thing about it. And taking Leprechaun and making him what they did sucks.
Yeah.
It's like taking Freddy Krueger and making it so he doesn't talk at all. You know,
Right.
like it just totally takes away from the character. Or taking Chucky, our little Chucky left that's back there, and turning him into just an AI doll that doesn't talk or anything. So I really wasn't digging that. Now, some things that I did like about it, I love the axe to the face kill. I thought that was great. Left ripping out the spine was awesome. And Teach Grant is gold. I love Teach and everything that he does. So those were my redeeming qualities for Leprechaun Origins, which is the 7th installment in the franchise. What's last place for you, my love?
Okay, so I had to go with Leprechaun 4 in space. I don't even know where to begin with this. The CGI is not great. It's just, this movie is insane. Like, I was watching it and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Like, they have lightsabers and the mitten spider and the scientist guy. Like, I can't stand that guy. I think he's horrible. And oh my god. Oh, one thing that I did like though was Harold, how he gets that like saucer to the face and it like flattens his face. I think that looks so cool. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. But other than that, I'm like, in Lep, he's huge for a little bit. Like, why? Why is he so?
You're right.
And
What's
then-
the point?
Yeah, and then you get the middle finger, coming out. Like, I don't know. I get it that it's more like supposed to be more funny, but yeah, it was my least favorite.
That works. So, what about you, Video Creep? What comes in last place for you?
So last place for me is 100% Leprechaun Origins. I that is dead last for me. And unlike you, Ken, actually, even though like I have the exact same box set as you, I do not consider it canon with the rest of the Leprechaun films at all. Specifically because the rest of the Leprechaun films, while like a fucking buckshot, it does have an origin. Like, throughout the films, there are like bits and pieces where you get to know where we got the leprechaun from and shit. And for a movie called Origins, it doesn't do that at all. I think if this movie, if Leprechaun Origins was just a standalone film, it would be a movie like The Ruins or something, and I would enjoy it like a movie like The Ruins or like The Village or something. Like, I put it with that realm of film. But as a Leprechaun film, it just does not make the cut for me. So that is dead last for me.
I'm with you. Like, the one thing I can say about this franchise is Lep himself.
Yes.
he's at least entertaining
He
throughout
is.
the franchise.
It's-
So for as bad of quality as the writing and the films are, and even though it almost came to spousal abuse between Ashley and I because we were so frustrated watching these movies together, and by that I mean her beating me up. She could take me any day. At least Lep would give us moments of levity, and you didn't get that in Origins.
No.
So, what about you, Celeste? What's dead last for you?
Oh my goodness. I'm laughing at all of you guys because I also have a Leprechaun Origins. I mean, for me, I don't think this film has any redeeming qualities. I think it's a hot mess. Like, it really looks like they didn't think of coloring the movie. It looks like they kind of just shot it. So hate that. Hate the way that Leppy looks. Like, that's not Lep. That's
No.
not the Leprechaun. Who is that man? That's not him. So, hated that. The story, boring. The acting is pretty boring. So it's got to be my last one. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm with. Obviously, I agree with you. So, before we go on to our number 7, we will catch up on the chat. Boomer says, "Video creep. Good evening. Been a follower since you started collaborating with Desmond."
Oh, no
Awesome.
shit.
Aw,
Wow. That's
so
a
cute.
while ago, man. Thanks, man.
That's great.
We love video creep.
Then we got Russell. I love Leprechaun. I'm glad you do, buddy. Bit of bias towards the small dudes, but except Chucky, I don't like horror movies where the small dudes creatures are the killers. Don't like Gremlins or Critters either. Chucky is the one exception. I respect it. I have that 7-film Leprechaun pack as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Walmart.
It's like $10.
Right, that's what it was too. D, I will tell you this: you're missing out on one that's very, very, very good. We'll get to that though. What's up, Sweet and Spooky? How you doing,
Hi.
Sweet and Spooky? Getting a lot of love for our girl here.
My gosh, hi.
Don't be disrespectful to Lep. Sorry,
He grows on you. That little shit.
I've only seen 1 through 5. Just want to stop by and say hi to Ken and Ashley. Sorry I can't stay. I hope you guys have an amazing stream and a great night.
Have a good
Have
night.
a good night, Ashton.
Thanks
I hope
for
you have a
stopping
great
by.
night too, buddy. Nathan is Leprechaun in the Hood at number 7. Really love Leprechaun in Space a lot more than I should. I'm ashamed to admit I've only seen the original Leprechaun and Lep 5 in the Hood. There's a couple really good ones, honestly. There are a couple good ones I really like. Lep 4 is fun, better than Origins for sure. Y'all tripping. Pizza face look nasty. Hey, what's up, Marsh? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Number 7, Lep in Space. Hell no, watching this movie made Jason X look like a masterpiece. I've never seen Lep in Space. Don't. Lep Origins not canon. It's offshoot. And see, I agree. The only reason that we included that is because it's on the set. We couldn't not have it on when it came as part of our set. So that's the only reason we included it on this. But Jason X is a masterpiece.
Okay.
Leprechaun Origins definitely lasts for me. Origins, it's just not a Leprechaun movie. There's not a Leprechaun in it. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. There's still a really good one out there. Wait, Teach was in a Leprechaun movie? Yes, Raven. Raven is a huge Teach Grant fan. She got to meet Teach. Yes, he is in Leprechaun Origins, and it's not very good, but Teach is awesome in it. He is so great. For those of you in the chat that don't remember, Teach Grant also played adult Henry Bowers in It Chapter 2. So he's a guy that I think is amazing. I've been lucky enough to have him on my first horror movie, and he's a great guy, and he gave Raven a lot of really good advice. She's a cosplayer, young lady, and she has a very special bond with Teach. So Raven, you should check that out just for Teach. Leprechaun in the Hood, I did like Ice-T pulling a baseball bat out of his afro, but didn't like much else. 2 positivity rap. Disrespecting Lep will not be tolerated. One of the best slasher icons. Respect him or I'm going to cry. Hey, Charles, thank you so much, buddy. And that's why we're doing this. Charles actually recommended this. He sent me a message. Was like, hey, I really like this franchise. And Charles has been with us since day 1. So he's the reason we're doing this. So Charles, don't thank us. Thank you, my friend. We appreciate the fact that you watch so much and that it means so much to you. You wanted to get our opinions on these. So thank you. My favorite Leprechaun is Lep 3. Oh, Cal's not kidding. He will come over here. Not only is Origins not canon, it is in a Lep movie. Critters is amazing. Power of the Night. Jason X, kind of a masterpiece. We'll talk about Jason X during a Friday the 13th stream. Is one of the few Fridays I like. Wow, it's very popular here. All right, so we will go up to our number 7. Ash, you want to give us your number 7?
So number 7 is Leprechaun Origin. Like I feel like they could have done. I mean, they actually had a budget this time, right? They could have done something with it, but they didn't. They totally let you down. Like you guys already talked about, the look of him, like you don't see him a lot. I don't know why, and then when you do get a glimpse of him, is like, what the hell is that thing?
Right.
Yeah, and the one thing I do like is Brendan Fletcher that's in it though.
That's the guy from Freddy vs. Jason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
I like him a lot. And once he died, it was like really nothing more to look forward to.
Right.
It's boring. Yeah.
Valid.
I did not enjoy this movie at all.
Now, like always, Celise, I do got to let you know, I did print mine out, just like always.
Wait, you didn't laminate it this time?
No, not this time.
I didn't have enough time.
Yeah. But Ashley and I
Not
still,
enough
just like always, we don't know each other's list. We watch the films together. We don't know each other's list. We feel it's more fun that way. So I'm learning these as well. And I don't know if I said this off the top. I might have, but I love you guys so much. I'm going to say it again. If you joined a little late, I have their links down here in the description. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button for Sweet and Spooky and Video Creep. And make sure if this is your first time here at Sledgehammer Horror, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you along for the ride. So, Michael, you want to give us your number 7?
Yeah, so my number 7, actually, I flip with Ashley here. My number 7 is Leprechaun 4. I generally don't enjoy this movie at all. There's some wackiness, there's some fun, like Ashley said, like the lightsabers is interesting. The alien queen is, that's a fun plot, I guess, but not one that really like interests me or anything like that. But I will say I do enjoy that a guy gets turned into like a spider. That's fun.
Spider mitten.
I do like that. But that's pretty much the end of it. And giant leprechaun is always fun. So
yeah.
But I didn't care about like the alien spoofing, the whole fucking. I just didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that here in a little bit, I'm sure. What about you, Sweet and Spooky? What comes in at 7 for you?
7 for me is Leprechaun 3. I can't get with it. I feel like this movie was so boring, you guys. He's like in Vegas. We don't like the story. Like I feel like he's also barely in it. The story's all over the place, much like the entire franchise. But this one just, it's like snooze fest for me. That's it. Those are my thoughts.
That's fair. Like, that's what I love about these lists, how different they are from person to person. So while we're talking about being different, let me go back to being the exact same as everybody else. My number 7 is Leprechaun in Space. CGI is so fucking awful in this movie. And I got to say this right now. There's a line in the movie where they say, "Oh my God, look at this place. It's disgusting." And the guy goes, "You ever been to Detroit?" "Yeah, I have, motherfucker." Fuck you. Okay? Detroit is my city. I rep my city.
I forgot. I was gonna say that. I forgot that they dissed Detroit.
The minute that
I
happened,
cannot
was like,
believe you put the hat on.
You had to represent.
But
You had to bring it.
I was like,
Ken is an icon.
you are so lucky that Origins exist, or you would be my last place. But I've never been into the "it's so bad it's good" type of movie. This movie, especially because it's so bad it's bad. You do have Lep coming out of a pee hole, which is interesting.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And we do got another reason this movie wasn't last is you got "Ooh baby, ooh baby." My Miguel Nunez is in this movie, so I couldn't have a movie with Miguel Nunez being in last place. You talked about it, but the pizza face, like where he flattens his face like a pizza.
Yeah, I thought that looked great.
Mitten Spider, dumb. And I will say this, as a child, I loved the middle finger ending.
Of course you did.
You know, like with his big ass hand in space. I thought that was great.
What about when he's like huge and he looks in his pants?
Yeah, when he's huge and he looks down in his pants, I was like, I feel you, bro. And I will say this, Celise. I wrote boring as fuck. So
me.
We will catch up on the chat real quick before we go on to our next one. There's only one Leprechaun, and that's Warwick Davis. And I agree, but I think that having the idea of Hornswoggle for Leprechaun Origins, I was really interested in that. When I found out, I was like, hey, you got a little person that's going to be playing the role, just like with Warwick Davis. They could really, WWE Studios has something here they could really capitalize on. And they shit the bed. It's like putting the title on Duke the Dumpster Drowsy. You just don't do it, man. What are they thinking? Raven should cosplay the Leprechaun. I agree. Hey, Gavin, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Gavin.
Nathan says 7 Leprechaun Origins. Jason X recognized. I'm sorry, guys. Leprechaun Origins, why? Your daughter Raven should cosplay the Leprechaun. I would be the Leprechaun, but my normie dad is scared of him. That's why I have not seen the movies. That's even more reason, Raven, for you to go and cosplay the Leprechaun for Dad.
Jump out in.
Oh, yep. Jamie's here for that cosplay. Why does the Lube Dunn's picture quality degrade? Oh, the Leprechaun. Yeah, I know. Like, it literally looks like shit as he's getting bigger. Like, you can tell. Like, it looks like a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like, the graphics on a PlayStation. This franchise sucks all the ass. There's a couple I really like. We'll get into that here in a minute. I really do like them. What the hell were they thinking with the creature design? Looked more like a cave monster. That's what I said. It looked like a Descent monster.
Yeah.
But the Descent was good. That's another big difference. Lep 4 was pretty ridiculous. Yes, we are including Leprechaun Returns. I just want to throw that out there. Yes, we completely are. Sorry, I didn't know you guys were going on so early. Sorry. Well, I promise you at the end, we'll recap our list anyway. Michael, you want to go into your number 6 for us, brother?
Yeah, man. So number 6, which I know that this is a big favorite for people, but for me, it's Leprechaun in the Hood. Like the first one, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't love the cast. I'm not crazy about the story. I think Ice-T is really silly. I think they changed a lot of the lore behind the Leprechaun in that movie. And it just doesn't, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't connect with me.
Which is totally fair. If I could, I would walk my way off the screen right now 25 different times.
Yeah. They do have very long,
long walking scenes. What about you, Sweet and Spooky? What's your number 6?
My number 6 is Leprechaun Back to the Hood. Y'all, I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's just like, it's another one that it was really hard to get through, and I don't connect with it. I feel like it's ridiculous. I feel like they ran out of ideas. It's just lame.
Yeah. And you're not going to get any argument here about that. But where I am going to be a little different here, my number 6 has yet to be talked about, and it is Leprechaun 2. This is another one that just doesn't have a lot going on. Like, the acting is weak at best. I mean, I love, Tony Cox in the bathroom. Like, that dude is silly as hell, and I love him. I think he's great. I love, look what I can do. Stewie from Mad TV getting melted
right.
by the, like, I thought that was cool. And then, what was, the lawnmower blades, where I think he's about to motorboat the lawnmower blades. I thought that was dope. I wish we could have seen it. I wish we could have been able to see the kill, getting his face shredded off. But, they probably blew most of their budget on the coffee steam kill. But, so to me, this is just probably out of all of them, the least memorable. Like, you got the Tony Cox little tidbit. And it's a movie where of all the movies, this is probably the one where I mostly rooted for Lep. Like, just kill him.
Right.
Just win, please. So,
just
what about you?
do it.
I also had a Leprechaun 2 as my number 6. So yeah, it looks so, like you said, so low budget. And Bridget, her acting
it's bad.
It's horrible.
There were times where we paused this movie because we were laughing so hard.
Yes, that girl is over the top.
I knew yours was gonna be low too.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna blow. What?
I don't know. And Drunk Uncle Morty. I wasn't a fan of Drunk Uncle Morty either. Yeah, like you said, nothing really memorable about that one for me either. I did like the face melting, the barista kill. And isn't this one was like direct to video release? Like after this, none of them were in the theater after this one because they're like, well, this is shit. So yeah,
they weren't wrong. So we'll catch up on the chat real quick before we move on. Nathan says number 6, Leprechaun in Space. Number 6, Leprechaun 3, disjointed and boring as shit. Burn it in gold. I went and saw Leprechaun in theaters last night. Oh, that's cool as hell. I've always loved the franchise, but seeing it in the theater is a whole different slash. You know what? I think that if we went and we seen it with a bunch of friends, I think that, you know, the camaraderie factor would probably up the ante on this movie a little bit, in my opinion. So I can definitely see that. And thank you for your super chat. As always, guys, you never have to pay us, but we appreciate it so much, honestly, from the bottom of our hearts. Gas like $4 a gallon. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hi, Ken and Ashley, fellow Michigander here. Sorry I'm late. Well, Melissa, thank you for joining us. Represent the mitten. We appreciate you. Lep in the Hood is my least favorite. It feels so long. Leprechaun Back to the Hood is pretty bad, but the opening sequence has his costume. Oh, yeah, I do like his costume in that one as well. Leprechaun in the Hood was funny, though, but I agree with y'all on that movie. Seeing it in a packed theater was super fun. See, I think I can't stand the OG. Something about Jennifer Aniston makes me feel throat punchy.
It's her real nose.
Yeah, that's what it is. Caroline Williams that played Stretch in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is in Lep 3. Yeah, I know, and I'm still beefing with her. No, I'm just kidding. We squall. I just think it's weird that I could say that I had a beef with Caroline Williams. Like, that's something for me that's just so awesome. But hello, friend. Hey, what's up, Justin? Thanks for stopping by, my dude. We'll be joining Justin here in a couple weeks doing a retrospective on Sometimes They Come Back, my favorite Stephen King movie. So thanks for stopping in, my friend. Hey, Gavin doesn't like it much either. Number 6, Leprechaun Back to the Hood. Lep getting baked and stumbling around the kitchen made the movie worth it for me. I honestly forgot I had these movies. I got to go back and watch them now. You don't. I knew I liked you for a reason. Lep 3, Lep in the Hood, and Lep Back to the Hood are guilty pleasure movies for me. I respect it. One of them's a huge guilty pleasure for me. You can say what you want about Back to the Hood, but there's no denying the third act isn't entertaining as heck. My favorite third act of the franchise. Everyone is awesome here, just saying. Russell, I completely agree. Every single one of you are the shit.
Love Russ. Russell's the best.
Yeah. So now we have Celise starting us off with her. We're up to number 5.
Oh my god, y'all, I'm so scared. Oh my god. I'm scared because I feel like a lot of people love this movie. I'm sorry. But it's Leprechaun 2. Sorry. This movie, it's really, again, hard to get through. It's really boring. The whole like him trying to get a wife thing, and her acting is awful, and it's just like it's not fun either. Like if it was fun and bad, it'd be okay, but it's just like bad. So can't do it.
I obviously I agree with you. I think that movie's very bad. So number 5 for me is Leprechaun 6, which is Back to the Hood. I like the beginning, you know, when you have Lep getting, you know, dragged out of the ground. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
The bong kill obviously made me laugh. When you have him rip off the cop's jaw and then rip off his leg and he tries to come out of the police car with it, that was a nice little thing, I guess. And I did like the guy that told Lep to hold on when he took the he's like, hold on a second. He takes the phone call and starts talking. You're like, dude, are you serious right now? Like, that's great. That's gold. I like it.
Even he's like, what?
Yeah, even Lep's like, all right. Is it long distance? I like the idea of the clover bullets. Like this movie had like things in it that I thought were good ideas, but it's just the execution. They really did have a lightning in the bottle thing with Leprechaun in the Hood. Now, while the movie is not great by any stretch, it at least had an originality factor to it, and it was entertaining. Watching Leprechaun in the Hood, you know, I had fun with it. It has real characters. It's, you know, and they had that lightning in a bottle thing, and they were like, well, hey, it worked. Let's go back. never works out that way. So I just feel this is an inferior version of Leprechaun in the Hood, and it shows with the characters. You know, you had these believable, likable characters in Leprechaun in the Hood. You really don't get that in Back to the Hood. While it does have some cool moments, like I said, the bong kill, the clover bullets I thought were cool. Leprechaun in the cement I thought looked really cool, but overall it's just middle of the road for me.
Okay.
What about you, beautiful? So,
funny enough,
are you serious?
Leprechaun Back to the Hood too.
God, I was gonna do this on purpose.
So okay, it's Back to the Hood, but yet none of the previous cast. It has nothing to do with them, but it's called Back to the Hood. I don't know. Maybe it's a different hood. I guess it's a different hood.
Back to the other hood.
Back to the hood across the street. I don't know. And the characters, I didn't really feel anything for them. Like, I guess you can kind of relate. Like, they have some, like, I don't know, like everyday issues that they get when they get all the money from Let.
But at the same time, you're like, I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't care about you.
I did like how he kind of got a glow up. Like they gave him a little glow up, and like the book animation in the beginning, that was pretty cool looking. Like I really enjoyed the book animation. But other than that, yeah. The cop when he gets his leg ripped off and then he's using it like that was funny.
I will say, coming into this stream, I never in 36 years on this planet thought I would hear Leprechaun got a glow up. That sounds like the name of an awesome punk rock band. What's up, guys? We're got a glow up. This first song is called Back to the Hood.
Like, did you see his cool cape and stuff? Like, Leppy was looking nice.
Ask it off. Like, look, fuck you guys. All right?
We love Leppy.
What about you, Michael? What's your number 5?
So I'm gonna make a disclaimer that, like, from this point on my list, I genuinely enjoy these films. Like I do. I have a good time with, call it nostalgia, call it what you will. I enjoy all of these. But my next one on the list is actually Leprechaun 2. I respect Leprechaun 2 a lot. I think it's the only movie that made an effort to build off of what was already established in the first Leprechaun, and I do respect it for that. I thought it was cool that we got a little bit of the lore where he's like, you know, you have a curse, and now I'm gonna collect on that curse, and then we get to see the adventure of him trying to get a wife. I do like Leprechaun 2.
Okay.
And like I said, it's one of the ones where it's just middle of the road for me. You know, like I don't hate it, I don't love it. It's just, it is what it is. You know. But I respect it, and that's why I love. It's funny because when I sent out these messages, you know, to Celise and Michael, Celise answered back with, "Yeah, I can do that."
Like, sure.
Michael was like, "I got you. You're doing this. I'm in."
Yeah, I love the Leprechaun movies.
I wanted to hang out with you guys, not about the movies.
See, this is when you know you've made true loving friends when they're willing to watch the Leprechaun franchise to hang out with you. That's true love, guys. So we love you back. So thank you. Andy be damned, because y'all deserve something.
Aww.
Thank you, Andy. From the bottom of our heart, thank you so much.
So sweet.
Did you know that Warwick playing a different Leprechaun in each movie of the franchise? I've heard that.
So I'm gonna
Leprechaun, but it's a different Leprechaun.
So I'm gonna be a little bit of a nerd and a snob here. That's a misconception. That's actually not true. The origin of Leprechaun is the fact that way back in the day, there was a big thing where all the leprechauns were leaving. They were leaving the earth, and there was only one greedy little leprechaun who was like, well, if I stay behind, I'll be able to get everybody's gold in the world. So this one evil little leprechaun stood behind, and that's the leprechaun that we're actually following throughout the entire franchise. But it is a misconception that it's a different leprechaun, and that only came out because the storyline is so splattered all over the place. But I actually have a video coming out all about the actual timeline and origin of the leprechaun and how he gets from one movie to the next. It was annoying, but it's coming.
I love that. I love that you know that.
Michael was like, listen here.
Yeah, he was like, all right, let me get that.
Well, I mean, since it came
my
up,
uncle.
you know.
We go way back.
He said, I know about it.
Russell says Lep 2 is my least favorite. That's too funny, Andy. Andy has entered the chat. 5, Leprechaun Back to the Hood. I agree, Lep 2 is just so weird. The wife plot is so cringe. Number 5, Lep Back to the Hood. He really didn't need to go back there. Just having him there once already was dumb as fuck enough. I just did that. Impressive collection, Video Creep. Video Creep has a very impressive collection. And you check it out by subscribing to his channel down here in the description right now. So after Leprechaun in the Hood, they were going to make Leprechaun on Spring Break, but Lep in the Hood did so well that Market went back for it. And I believe it. I completely believe that.
Lep on Spring Break.
Lep got to glow up is definitely necessary.
I mean, come on now.
Warwick Davis stopped after Back to the Hood to do more family-friendly movies and decided not to do horror again until his children were old enough to see
I
horror.
read
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Lep blowing up Caroline Williams in Lep 3 was hilarious, but she's done a lot of movies and beefing with Sledgehammer Horror. And the merch never stops, yeah. 5, Leprechaun. Grew up with this movie. I was a video store kid too, so I have good memories rewatching this one over and over and over when I was young. Leprechaun and Pieces create friends for life. Pieces is another. I love Pieces. I think that's a fun movie. That is a specific kind of leprechaun that spends its time in breweries, wine cellars, and pubs, and I could relate to that.
Is that me?
Go, Andy, with the facts.
I feel attacked right now. Warwick Davis was the one that said he was playing a different one, though.
Yeah, not true. I mean, I believe that he said that, but like,
right,
the overarching story. Watch my video when it comes out. Just watch.
I can't wait. I'm genuinely very excited to see this. What's up, Peter? Give you some. So Leprechaun is like Jason, same character but no continuity.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Loose continuity. Very, very
Right.
like so loose. The last thing people were thinking about.
And they went to space together.
Yeah. Oh, hey, yeah.
So my number 4 is Leprechaun in the Hood. Leprechaun 5. Lep getting high is always gold. I like Chow get down with his bad self. I did like Chow getting down with his bad self. Ice-T is great, and I do want to say this. I really like the flute idea.
Yeah.
Like, I like the idea. As growing up a musician, music has always spoken to me, and I like the idea of that literal, I can make music that literally speaks to everybody around them. I think that's what anybody that plays music or gets into music does, is they do it because they want this to speak to people that are around them, and they want people to feel through their ears what we feel on the inside. Like, we want that conveyed into music. And the idea of this being taken very literally and taking this flute that can create the most beautiful sounds that intrigue every person around them, I thought the concept was great. So that's one of the big reasons this gets pushed above Back to the Hood for me, because it has, and the characters were great. I loved the characters. I love the positivity rap. I think that was, it's a very out of left field idea, but it worked. Like, the whole idea worked for me. So number 4 for me, Leprechaun in the Hood. What about you, my love? I swear to God.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
It's actually Leprechaun, the first one.
The OG.
The OG.
Okay.
So I know Jennifer Aniston gets a lot of shit, but I love her, even though she's like a snooty brat. And then like Alex and Ozzy, I think they're cute and I like their relationship. I guess that, this is just middle of the road for me. Like, I like how they use the 4-leaf clover to melt him into whatever.
One of the best scenes in the movie.
That looks pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know, like his compulsion to have to shine everybody's shoes. That's kind of...
Now that I can look at your paper because it's on the back side, can I show them something on your paper real quick?
No.
Just no, it's not anything like that.
No.
I said no.
Damn.
the bar. That
Yeah, I love it. I relate.
so, I just had to show that real quick, my love. Did we all do our number 4? Michael, have you done yours yet?
No. I'll get into it. Yeah.
I started it. Yeah, we just started 4. I'm sorry.
So for me, the next one is actually Leprechaun Back to the Hood. I enjoy the cast a lot more in Leprechaun Back to the Hood. No one's a good actor, by the way. I'm not saying that there are talented people. Not saying that at all.
No one's
I'm just saying I happen to enjoy that group of friends and watching them get murdered more than I did with To the Hood and shit. I don't know what it was. I just enjoyed it a lot more. I think the worst thing about it is that almost every kill in it is a cutaway. That is the thing that holds that movie back from being like really, really enjoyable for me. But yeah, Back to the Hood is sitting pretty at that space for me.
And that's again absolutely fair. How about you, Sweet and Spooky?
Okay, at number 4, I have Leppy in Space. I like it's bad. None of these are really that good, but you know, it was for me. It was like kind of funny. It was kind of cute. It was a cute little moment. That's all I have to say.
I have a pretty good idea on your taste in movies, Celeste. So I'm actually shocked to see Leprechaun 4 rank so high on your list. I was imagining that to be one of the lowest of the low for you.
Yeah, I was shocked too, but you know what? There's not a lot to work with here. So,
all right, guys, we will catch up on the chat real quick before we move on. I miss seeing that Trimark logo in the beginning of my horror. Me too. This sounds like the ultimate bargain basement quality franchise, maybe with the exception of Wrong Turn. You like Pieces, Ken? I watched it and I thought it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Really, I thought it was fun. I had fun with it.
Yeah, I also enjoy Pieces quite a bit.
that ending is iconic.
And I love the tagline. You don't have to be in Texas for a chainsaw massacre. I love that. Yeah, I'm very excited for this video too, Mike. Michael, I'm very excited to see what goes on with this video.
Oh, well, thank you. If anyone is so excited, you can go to my Patreon where that's already up there.
Oh, okay. Put that link in the description as well. Yeah. Leprechaun Returns, really gory kills. Number 4, Leprechaun 2. I don't even know where to begin talking about this mess, but that's what it was. Return of the Living Dead 3 was peak Trimark for me. Oh, Ashley. What did the paper say? The paper said worse than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Pinocchio's Revenge and Rumpelstiltskin. Worse than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know what? Yeah.
I mean it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Lep 2, characters weren't as good as the original, but Warwick so owns. Yeah, definitely. I saw they wanted to make the main guy in Leprechaun in Space talk to Stallone since he looks like him a bit, but they said Stallone would have been like, yeah, thanks, but no, I'm good. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is my favorite. I still go OG on that one. Hey, guys, drop it in to say hello.
Hi.
Hey, Not Just Horror, thank you for stopping in. Pieces is amazing. His devastating tool made women scream. I wouldn't know. Leprechaun movies are better than most Texas Chainsaw movies. It's up in the air. I can flip a coin on that one. Ashley's like, I disagree. All right, so we are up to our number 3, and that is you starting us off, my love.
Okay, number 3 is Leprechaun Returns.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate this movie. Mm-hmm. I actually kind of enjoyed it. I do like that Ozzy was back. And like the ghost Ozzy, I like that. Like when he's trying to go through the wall and she can't follow him, that was kind of funny.
I can't go with you, Ozzy.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit. And then the part where he's in the mailbox and he opens it and you just see his eyes. I really like that too. Yeah. And then he runs over the mailman and is like fragile. Like he's just this corny like one-liners. Like at this point, I'm like, okay, but it's not that bad. Like some of his one-liners are okay. They kind of hit some of them.
Yes,
but yeah. That's my number 3.
All right. What about you, Michael?
All right. So again, I have to. I'm gonna admit something, and it's kind of cringy and kind of like fucking why did I think this? So Leprechaun 3 is my third pick on my list. And it has a lot to do with like the main character, like the main guy. When I was a kid and I watched Leprechaun 3, I remember thinking to myself, like, oh, that's what like a cool person is. Like, I remember thinking that he had like this really dope job in Vegas where he just like drove a hearse and like, you know, did this cool like horror show thing. I was like, if I do all the right things in life, that is that's who I could become and shit. So I have like a weird affinity for this. And then like I remember thinking that he was like a really cool guy when I was younger, and then seeing him turn into a leprechaun, it was like, oh, no, he's so cool. He doesn't deserve that. So I do have like this weird connection to Leprechaun 3. So Leprechaun 3 is going to be at my third place.
Awesome.
Dude,
That is awesome.
I totally thought you were gonna be like, it's totally cringe, but I thought that robot was hot.
No, it's just like, this guy's rad. I want to be just like him.
How about you, Celise? What comes in at number 3 for you?
At number 3, I have Leprechaun in the Hood. I think this movie is fun. Okay, I think it's fun, and I think the final act is really the most fun part because some of the middle is kind of boring. But our lead in the red dress fucking shit up. We love to see it. An iconic scene, iconic moment. Loved it.
Yeah, and it's a fun movie.
It's fun.
I gotta jump onto the Michael bandwagon here. 3, 2, and 1. I enjoy these movies, all 3 of them. This is the point. You know, with number 4, with Leprechaun in the Hood, I did get enjoyment out of that, but it was still on the fence for me. These next 3, I could watch because I want to, not because I want to hang out with my friends. So, number 3 for me is the OG Leprechaun.
Wow.
Even though she's still trying to get her feet wet, putting it nicely, it's cool to see Jennifer Aniston in like the only horror role she's ever done. Alex and Ozzy are amazing. I look at them. Alex was the kid, and sometimes they come back. Ozzy, it's fucking Francis and Pee-wee's Big Adventure, who you'll be seeing on my first horror movie soon.
Oh, no shit. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. Dude, I'm so excited.
That's so
man.
cool.
Wow.
Yes, this is the first time I'm actually announcing it really to anybody. So I've been sitting on this for a minute, and I'm so excited about it because, 1, I love this movie. 2, I've gone on record numerous times saying that I believe Pee-wee's Big Adventure is the only perfect movie that's ever been made. So
I love that. I love that.
Yes.
I don't know if I emphatically agree, but I love that that is an opinion.
You agree with the energy, but
I agree with the energy. Yeah. Anything that supports Pee-wee and gets us closer to that like Pee-wee Herman horror movie that fucking Paul Rubin wants to make, I'm all for.
That would be so dope.
I'm still waiting. I hope he gets the money.
Yeah, I'll chip in. I do. It hasn't been talked about yet, but the pogo stick kill. I think this is the most iconic kill in the whole franchise. When I think of Leprechaun, this is what comes to my mind is the pogo stick kill. I love Ozzy's ear getting bit off, and I don't know if this is a wink to A Nightmare on Elm Street or not, but I've always gotten the Nightmare on Elm Street vibe when Leprechaun's hand comes out of the phone, his little left arm, when she's trying to get on the phone. Like, it always reminded me of when Freddy has his mouth on the phone in Nightmare on Elm Street. So I always felt like that was kind of like a honor, like a little tribute to Nightmare on Elm Street.
I've never thought of that before, but I think you're right.
Yeah, like I always thought it was like them paying homage.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And I love when Lep's melting, like that how practical it is. It looks really good when he's melting into the well. And I genuinely loved this movie as a kid. Like, I remember Channel 19 used to be the preview channel, and 21 was HBO, 5 was Showtime. And we would get so damn excited when we seen Leprechaun was going to be on Showtime or HBO. Like, we sit there and watch Channel 19, watching to see what was going to be on each channel. You couldn't just click on it and see what channel it was going to, or you had to go by TV Guide. I was 7. Fuck that. I can't read.
At
but
7?
at 36. So yeah, I'm gonna go with my number 3 is the OG Leprechaun. So let's catch up on the chat real quick. Jamie says at least it's not critters. The big ball of critters did scare me as a kid. When they run that guy over and then you see his bones laying there, that fucked me up as a kid. Lep is better than Texas Chainsaw for me. I want to get this out of the way.
You started something.
You started something. By
I know.
I'm just
That
saying-
was for my eyes only.
Yeah, she had it
I just-
hidden. It was you.
I did.
I'm going to say this, guys. If I have a black eye tomorrow, I ran into a door. Now, when it comes to if I'm picking one overall film, I think the OG Texas Chainsaw is better than anything else. But if we're talking about the actual franchise, I'm gonna go with Leprechaun actually, because Leprechaun has a couple that I think are fun.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You don't have a couple?
I have a couple, but it's just whatever. Ash.
Okay.
You're pretty.
Okay.
I love you.
Okay.
Although I get a lot of hate for, we've talked about that too. Leprechaun in the Hood, nice, trying to be funny, but no, hell no. Leprechaun Returns was really good for a movie that didn't have Warwick Davis. It was a fun time. Same filmmaker as Psycho Goreman.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was. Leprechaun 2. When I was a kid, I wanted to be Dorian from The Mask. I thought he looked cool. Dorian. Wow, that's awesome. Leprechaun in the Hood is the only one I can somewhat tolerate. I don't think I want to watch this series. Sounds lame.
I mean,
Oh, God.
You
I
gotta
can't wait.
want
I
it.
don't know if I'm still the beans, but if you guys are not on Instagram, follow at the Mini Creep. She does cosplay and she has an amazing one coming up for Horror Hound. I don't want to spoil it. I want you guys to be able to see the photo shoot she just did. I'm not going to reveal her age because she's a very young lady, but me and Ashley are like her biggest fans. So make sure you go on Instagram at the Mini Creep and check out the cosplay that she has coming up for Horror Hound. You're gonna love it. It'll take you back to high school. A great Irish movie, if you guys were looking for one, is Boys from County Hell. I've never seen that. I will write it down though. Same Gav. We're talking about Leprechaun in the Hood. Alex from the first one is from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. It absolutely is. My first horror is one of the neatest ideas. That's going to be a banger. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I think it would be weird if Jennifer Aniston did horror movies. I would love to see it. Never seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Oh, Sean, you got to see it.
Get in there.
It's the perfect movie. Don't listen to Michael. It's perfect. Pee-wee Herman played a vampire in Buffy the Vampire Slayer 92. I don't remember that.
Me neither. But
Yeah.
that's awesome.
He also played a cop in Matilda.
You did.
Yes, that I remember. And a
Not trying to sound
cokehead in
a
like
loser, sometimes
fucking
shit-
Blow.
Yeah. In Blow?
Yeah, he was in Blow. He was like a coke dealer.
Yeah, with Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Yes. I think it's weird that Jennifer Aniston acts, but does she though? It would be like Hugh Grant continuing to do horror after Lara. I mean, I just would love to see it. Lep 1 is classic. I'll be a hater. 3, Lep 3, the Leprechaun Elvis scene. I love this movie much more than I probably should. Texas is worse for me. Leprechaun versus Freddy rap battle. I'm gonna go with Lep here. I mean, I've seen Leprechaun 3, so I'm gonna go Lep. Or is it 2 where he raps at the end?
no.
It's the hood
Wait,
one.
doesn't he
It's
rap
hood.
in the hood?
Yeah, it's the hood one.
Yeah.
God damn, these movies blend together for me. The
Yeah.
Mini Creep is amazing. I agree. The third one is probably the only one I like. Wasn't Pee-wee in the... Yeah, Dunstan checks in.
Mhm.
Yes. God, he was also in a movie theater, but we won't talk about that. So now we are.
They
up to
told
our
him he
number
could
2
be
pick.
there. They told him he could do that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I will
I mean-
defend Paul Rubin on that. It's not you go to a doctor and you do what they say. He went to a movie theater and did what they said he could do.
And the thing is, it's just unfortunate that John Wilkes Booth was the only one to shoot someone in the back of the head of the movie theater. That's all I'm gonna say. Michael, you want to give us your number 2?
Yeah. So for me, I go right to Leprechaun Returns. I thought that it was really, really surprising. I was just talking to Sledge earlier about how, or fucking Sledge, you both are Sledge, but yeah, I was just talking to you earlier about how I love Psycho Goreman. So to see, the same guy who does Psycho Goreman do Leprechaun Returns, that kicked ass. It was nice to see Ozzy return, and I just like someone said in the chat, like for Warwick Davis to not portray the Leprechaun and to get the Leprechaun that we did, I thought that was awesome. I thought we were going to get a lot more Leprechaun based off of the strength of Leprechaun Returns. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Leprechaun Returns. I like the kills a lot too.
Very nice. How about you, Celise?
At number 2, I have Leprechaun. So this movie, it's kind of funny rewatching it now as a grown-ass adult, because when I was a kid, can you believe that this leprechaun scared me? Like, I rewatched this and was like, I was scared of this. Like, I remember crying seeing this thing on TV. And now I watch it and I'm like, this is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. But you know what? I feel like this first movie, it has like charm. It's like funny. The cast is fun. It's cute. I'd watch it again.
Yeah. And you feel for Alex and Ozzy in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, you just genuinely
You do,
love these
yeah.
two characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, my number 2 is Leprechaun 3. Leprechaun in Vegas. It would have been number 1, but Caroline Williams is in it. I'm kidding. It's definitely the one I watched the most as a kid. I do like the Tony slot machine. I thought that was cool. And I actually agree. I put that this movie wasn't boring. I had fun with this movie. Tony and Art are great. I think they're awesome. Obviously, the Caroline Williams kill is fantastic. You know, watching her die was so much fun. Just the way that they did it. I do love that scene. For pulling this trick, I'll chop off your dick. Something else I said way too many times I'd like to mention. I do think that Scott Lepp is stupid, and I will say this. When they cut Scott in half, the Fazio, when they cut him in half, that scarred me as a kid. Like, that fucked me up. I just imagined being in that crowd and watching this magician literally getting cut in half. So, number 2 for me is Leprechaun 3.
Cool. So I have Lep in the Hood for number 2. Lep in the Hood can do no good. That's his rap.
Lep in the Hood.
I know. How stupid is it? That was the funniest part of the whole movie.
We were going upstairs to go to bed. Ashley behind me were like, Ashley going upstairs is do no good.
Okay,
Iconic.
so over the top though, like he has the zombie like fly girls or whatever the hell they are. That I don't know. This movie, it's fun to say the least. And I kind of like the characters in it. And you feel for when what's his face, he shoots himself, and then like his boys are all sad about it, and like you feel for them. So yeah,
that movie had actual characters in it.
It had emotion, and
when you watch a lot of this franchise the way we did back to back to back, and you see a lot of the meatbags that can't act for shit,
right?
You know, you have this silly title, but it has real heart and soul to the film. So I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's my number 2, and I like the rap.
She definitely likes the rap. So we will catch up on the chat real quick before we give our number 1s. No, Freddie didn't rap, but I would love to see those two do a rap battle. The Crypt Keeper has a rap song. I do remember hearing that. Dude, Macho Man Randy Savage has a rap album. Remember that?
That's awesome.
Be a man, Hulk. He has a diss track to Hulk Hogan, guys.
Yes.
Hey, Steph, what's going on?
Hey.
We love you too. Yes, he has a couple songs. Look it up. Freddie does have a rap.
We gotta look this up.
Yeah, let's check it out. I didn't have a problem with Jennifer Aniston in Leprechaun. I thought she did a good job. Yeah, again, she was young. Nathan's number 2 is Lep OG. Freddie raps when he's not invading anyone's dreams, so he ain't rapping. That's all he does is get in our dreams. Thanks for not going into detail. Raven hasn't seen Pee-wee yet, and I don't want to ruin him. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's why I knew Raven was watching, and that's the exact reason I did not go deep into detail about that story. Because like I said, Raven's a young lady, and I just didn't want to push that boundary. I think the credit song from Dream Masters where Freddie sang. Number 2, the OG Lep, it was actually pretty good, and the kills were ridiculously fun, and it's the most grounded, surprisingly. I can't believe my dad is scared of this either, sweet. Yeah, Raven's dad is still scared of it. Better first entry, Lep or Wishmaster? I'm going to say Lep, actually. What about you, my love?
I'm gonna have to go with
I
Lep.
like Wishmaster, though. Man, this is a hard spur of the moment one. I really like them both. I really like the first Wishmaster. So I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go with Wishmaster. But no. I'm sticking with Lep.
I'm saying Lep.
What about you, Michael?
I would go Leprechaun. I would go Leprechaun over
How about you,
Wishmaster.
Celeste?
It would have to be Lep because I haven't seen Wishmaster, so.
Oh, it's a good one. And you call yourself a horror fan.
Oh my god, who is she?
Does someone have a flashlight to reprise the mic? Oh, I'm the Leprechaun. That's gold. Oh man, at least watch the first one and the one I'm about to talk about. I don't remember this. Gonna have to. Yeah, I'm going to. Hey Jay, what's going on, buddy? Hey, better late than never, man. We're glad you showed up. Lep 2 is hated when it came out, but it grows on you. Ashley, I hear people say Lep 1 and Hood are the best, and 3. Yeah, I love 3. Number 2, Leprechaun in Space, Drop Dead, Fred Pancake Face, homage scene, Spider-Man. I love how out there it is. You all do an amazing job. Rest in peace, Randy Savage and Scott Hall. Hey, yo, I totally agree. Rest in peace to the bad guy. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. The rapping in these movies are solid in their own ways, especially when Ashley's doing it when you're trying to go to bed. There it is. Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Yes, we're going to miss that guy. He was awesome. Definitely Lep over Wishmaster. I love throwing shade at the gatekeeping. That shit pisses me off. I know I do that in fun, but it really pisses me off because I'm not trying to get too deep here, guys, because we're talking about Leprechaun, but my wife's my best friend. Celeste, one of my best friends. We talk at least once a week. I've got Anna, I've got Kylie, I've got Maya, I've got Leanne. I've got all these women in the horror community that mean so much to me. And whenever these women that come out and give their opinions, all they ever hear is about their looks or their, it's always about their looks. You know what? These women put in so much hard work into their content with the editing, their research, their writing. And then it comes down to, oh, I don't agree with you. You're a woman in horror. Shut the fuck up. Like, that shit really makes me mad because not only do I respect and admire these women and sleep with one of them when she'll let me, but the hard work that they put in, it's insulting to everybody in the community when it comes off as, I watch a video that Anna or Kylie or Celeste do. The first comment I see is, oh, you're so beautiful. Okay? Awesome. I agree. But damn, what about commenting on the hard work they just did on this video? Just because they're a female doesn't mean their work should be put down because of their looks. Please remember that, anybody that watches this, and you want to go watch a woman in horror do a video that she's worked her ass off on, praise her for the work that she did, not the gifts that her mother and father gave her. Respect her for the work that she's doing now, not the work her mommy and daddy did 9 months before she was born. Please just try to keep that in mind when you're commenting on these women's videos. Sorry,
absolutely. We love insulting. Ken. Thank you, Ken.
Definitely Wishmaster over Leprechaun. Hey, I wish I had a toothpick right now. Are y'all done? No, we are not. That Harvey guy and Jimmy could have been twin brothers. Everyone is awesome here. I believe that. Celeste is an icon. We stand. It really is like stand. I stand in front of my Celeste, in front of my mirror, like, dear Celeste, it's been 6 months and you still ain't calling. We stand Celeste and all the women in the horror community. Please continue to do that.
You.
It's a community, and that kind of stuff tears it down. Oh, and we stand Ashley. Me too. She's
yes, we love Ashley. We stand Ashley. I told you, me and Ashley are taking over this show.
Me and Mike will go have a drink.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Right. Leprechaun 3, best one in the franchise. Gatekeepers are usually the creepiest rejects just trying to use their little power to feel big. Thank you. That's what it is. Women scare me, so I'm going to put them down on the internet. I have heard of Pee-wee before, but other than his bad move, Scissorhands, I'm not a Burton fan. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Pee-wee's Big Adventure is not only Tim Burton's best film, in my humble opinion, only perfect movie ever made. Ken spinning facts for these young women in the community. We stand the quality over quality. Thank you. Thank you. I met someone at the dentist yesterday that loves horror. Ashley knows. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah, Priest brother. Thank you. But remember, I don't mean shit. They're the powerful ones. I think creators and fans should support. Yes, thank you. That's what it's all about. What was the dude in Leprechaun 2 who was trying to come on to the girl? Yeah, that guy was weird. Like, I bought you a chili dog. You get a chili, my dog. Like, come on, man. Fuck off with that shit. Now, I do want to say real quick, guys. Ashley put a lot of hard work into this.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if you guys can tell.
It's Chucky Lep.
But it's
Chucky Lep! This is adorable.
You got it the wrong way.
Oh, so good.
Gold. So I just wanted to throw that out there. You know, Ashley worked her ass off on this.
I love the pot of gold.
So do I. That pot of gold is a standout.
In between going to the dentist and getting my daughter.
In between going, like we said at the beginning, Chloe fell on her scooter, broke her tooth.
That was horrible. That was a very
So,
bad day.
Not only did my beautiful and powerful wife have time to create this set and pick out my clothes because I can't do that myself, she also took our kid to the dentist. So more power for these women. All right. Now, what we'll do is we'll go to our number one. And if we could, we'll start with you, Celise. If you wouldn't mind, start at your number 8 and go all the way down for the people that missed the beginning of the episode.
Sure. Okay, at number 8, Leprechaun Origins. 7, Leprechaun 3. 6, Leprechaun Back to the Hood. 5, Leprechaun 2. 4, Leprechaun in Space. 3, Leprechaun in the Hood. 2, Leprechaun. And 1, Leppy Returns. It's so fun though. I loved it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Even though it's not Warwick Davis and miss him, I feel like this Leppy, like, he grew on me. He was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a lot of really fun lines in this, and there's just a lot of good stuff going on here. There's a lot of good kills. It doesn't look that great, but it's a fun movie. I'd definitely watch it again.
He's a believable leprechaun. Like you can
Totally.
believe that he's the same leprechaun that we've been following, like from the other one, even though it's a different actor. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I just love the way he walks. Iconic.
He's got
so cute.
He's got the pregnant lady waddle.
Yeah, I love him.
So my list going from 8 to 1, I had Leprechaun Origins, which is number 7, Leprechaun in Space, which is 4, Leprechaun 2, which is 2, Leprechaun Back to the Hood, which was 6, Leprechaun in the Hood, which was 5, Leprechaun the OG, Leprechaun 3, and my favorite also is Leprechaun Returns. The 8th installment in the franchise, the newest one, which went straight to sci-fi, which is unfortunate because this is a direct sequel. This has the requel, the direct, like how you got the Scream, the Halloween 2018, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Leprechaun Returns is the exact same way. Ozzy is back. I mean, he died a little too quick for my liking, but we do get Ghost Ozzy.
Yeah.
The mailbox kill. Yeah, I like Ghost Ozzy too. The mailbox kill is great. I love the mailbox kill. I love the fact that it's Jennifer Aniston's daughter in this film. Like, that's the way that they bridge that gap between the OG and this new one. Lep is funny again, which was much needed after watching Leprechaun Origins. To come back to this.
Yeah.
It literally was a Leprechaun Returns to me. It really was a return to form. So that's another thing I very much liked. I liked when Andy gets cut in half long ways. When when it comes down on top of him and it splits him hot dog ways. I thought that was fun. Vertical.
What?
Is it vertical?
Vertical.
Vertically. Sure. Goes the sprinkler to the mouth kill.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And then something that I always look for homages in these movies. Like I said, with the original Leprechaun, you had the Freddy Krueger, and I feel like they totally pay homage to Army of Darkness. When you got all the little leprechauns that are running around, like I felt like that was a total Army of Darkness, And at that moment, all that I heard in my head was "Long the bridge is falling down." Like, that's all I heard in that moment. And then the golden shovel through the head. I thought that was really cool as well. So I think it's unfortunate that this movie didn't get the recognition that it should have. because I think it's the best in the franchise. It's the one I had the most fun with. Maybe it's the newness because this is the first time we had watched it. I'd seen all the other ones before this, but it's to the point to where we ordered it. We were hoping it would be here by today so we could show off, to everybody that we own it, so we don't seem like a bunch of assholes. But I can't wait to watch it again. So that is my list.
Awesome.
You want to give us yours, my love?
Yes. So number 8 is Leprechaun 4. 7 is Leprechaun Origin. 6 is Leprechaun 2. 5 is Leprechaun Back to the Hood. 4 is Leprechaun OG. 3 is Leprechaun Returns. 2 is Leprechaun in the Hood. And number 1 for me is actually Leprechaun 3. I feel like this is the first one that actually, like, they took it and they made it, like, they realized what they were. Like, it's a horror comedy, and, like, they were, they actually made fun of themselves.
You know that we had a beef with Caroline Williams, right?
You did. I had nothing to do with it.
I like how I have no clue
Dude,
what you're
same.
talking about.
Same.
And it's just like, damn, there's some hot scenes.
Oh, you guys don't?
No,
we have no
I
idea.
don't
We're
know
just
it.
sitting
I
here like a
don't know
bunch of dumbasses.
Yeah, like what did she do?
We're done talking about Leprechaun. I'll fill you guys in on what happened.
Okay.
I do like her kill where her boobs and her lips and her butt gets all big and then she blows up. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I enjoyed that one.
It's probably the one we watched most as kids too.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Thanks.
Great list, babe. How about you, Michael?
All right, so for me it goes at number 8 it's Leprechaun Origins, then number 7 is Leprechaun 4, number 6 is Leprechaun in the Hood, number 5 Leprechaun 2, number 4 is Leprechaun Back to the Hood, number 3 is Leprechaun 3, number 2 is Leprechaun Returns, and number 1 for me is the original Leprechaun. There was a foundation that was built with that movie for me, where like the first DVD collection that I ever had of horror movies, where I was just like excited to group them all together on my shelf as a kid. Leprechaun was in that group of DVDs for me. But just beyond that, I just think it's the only valid horror film in the franchise. I also really loved Gremlins and the way that the Gremlins like fucking like get destroyed and molt at the end. The way that Leprechaun molts and like melts at the end of this movie is fucking beautiful looking. I just have so much love for it. And like you guys mentioned, Alex and Ozzy's relationship is wonderful. I do like Jennifer Ann. I like the whole thing. I can watch Leprechaun any day of the week.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up on the chat real quick. Ken, we stand you too. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, Gav. You're right. Women do scare me, but so do men. The Chucky is awesome.
Thank you.
I'm here for the doll. Chucky left is the moment. Chucky looked fucking pissed. He's gonna take that out on us later.
Probably. He does sneak up on you once in a while.
I looked up the horror girls like Ashley and Celise.
Oh
my God, that's so cute.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that, Raven. That's very sweet
you.
of you. I respect all of y'all. You're so awesome. I love hanging out and chatting about horror movies. This is awesome, by the way. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Chucky left Halloween costume this year. I won't poo-poo at it. Left one will always hold nostalgia top spot, but Returns is a close second. Number 1, Leprechaun Returns. Surprisingly, the most badass lep of the bunch. Lots of fun. It is what it is in this way. Horror needs women. I would like to read more books by female writers and watch more horror movies by females. I mean, females have been kicking the horror genre's ass since the beginning. It's always been about the final girl and how women are in power. So I agree.
Yeah, look at the Slumber Party Massacre films. Those are women movies.
Yeah.
The newest one was so good.
Loved it.
I loved it.
Loved it.
With all joking aside, I know Leprechaun has many ups and downs. May have more downs, but I hear Warwick isn't doing so well health-wise. Hope for a speedy recovery, man. Gotta walk home from work. Hey, have a blessed night, Shaheen. Have a safe walk home.
Have a good night.
The ending of Lep catching a ride with all the chickens and Returns was awesome.
I loved it.
Please fill me in on this feud. I will in a second. I like the women coming out of the TV. Number 1, Leprechaun Returns. Weird that the 8th entry is my one that really happened. Sprinkler scene made me think of My Bloody Valentine. Yes, very good. Boo to Gremlin. Zach was mean to me when I met him. Oh
no! I hate that.
Bummer.
I'm sorry, Raven.
That was Lou Ferrigno was a dick to my son. And I was like, fuck this. And we walked away. I was like, oh my God.
Wait. Who is that? What's his name?
Lou Ferrigno, he's
the
the
guy that
original
played
Hulk.
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't know that. Oh no, he was mean?
Yeah, he's
Sucks.
a total dick to my son. And I was pissed.
Fuck that.
I need a drink after thinking about this franchise.
Same.
Yeah, you need Jameson. Yeah, so as always, we'll open up the chat to people that have any questions. And I'll do a quick run through of the Caroline Williams Sledgehammer horror feud. What happened? I approached Caroline about being a guest on my first horror movie. And she was like, I only do guest spots on podcasts if they have 5,000 subscribers. And this was all on Twitter. I wrote back to her and I said, all it was a meme of Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Terminator saying, I'll be back. Like, that's fine. I respect it. Once I hit 5,000 subscribers, I'll come back around and I'll talk to you again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my phone starts blowing up and people are like, what the fuck happened? And I was like, well, what's going on? On her Instagram, she took a screenshot of me asking her and posted it on Instagram. It was like, I will only work with professional podcasts only.
Whoa.
And I got really offended. Like, I could go out tonight, as we all know, and buy 100,000 subscribers if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I want everything I do to be genuine. I want everything I do to be organic. That's what I want. I strive for that. So for you to come out and say that I'm not a professional because of the subscriber count that I have when you've never watched a second of what I do really upset me.
Well, it doesn't mean you're not professional just because you don't, have 5,000 subscribers.
Right.
That doesn't mean you're not professional.
And a bunch of people were like bashing her in the comments.
It gave you
It gave me purity. But and the thing is, like, and anybody that knows me knows the integrity and the character that I have. I never once told anybody to attack that woman, ever. And I told them in the comments, like, hey, leave it alone, guys. It's not a big deal. Like, if she wants to be that way, that's fine. We don't have to work together. It's really not a big deal. But people were coming to my defense on the comments, and then she got really shitty towards me in a message. And I was like, I never told anybody to attack you. This obvious you don't know me, because I don't do confrontation with people like that. That's not who I am. I don't want you to feel bad about yourself. You have a limit. I was here to set that limit. You were very rude in the way you came up about me, and the people that care about me let you know that you were wrong. And it's just weird. Like, I never expected to have beef with her like that. It was just weird. I was like, yeah, I could be a rapper now. So that is the Sledgehammer horror Caroline Williams story. And it's weird to me. Like I said, it's just like she totally shit on me for no reason, and it really bummed me out because I always respected her. Obviously, I liked her enough to try to get her as a guest on the show. And the way she went about it, I'm not trying to sound like a punk, but it really hurt my feelings. The way that she was like, I'll only work with professionals. And it's like,
nah, it's pretty lame. That's pretty lame.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty rude. Like, even if she didn't want to do it, she did not have to say that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like she's talking about professional, but she didn't handle it very professionally herself.
Right.
So
the irony.
Christine Elise, I think that's her name. She played Kyle in Child's Play and Chucky and Child's Play 2. Like, she turned me down in the most respectful possible. She was like, look, this is not something I'm interested in. I wish you all the best of luck. And I still have so much love.
That is class.
It was so classy and so respectful. Like, this isn't something I'm willing to participate in. I wish you all the best. So that was awesome for her. She didn't put me on blast to everybody like, this guy's a fuck. So that's the story, y'all. I guess we did whip Zach Gilligan, butt Raven. We'll take him out for you, love. Ken versus Lou. My money's on Ashley. Your money should always be on Ashley. We need more Ice-T pulling weapons out of his afro. Oh, hell no. Dare she disrespects us for it. Yeah, it is what it is. You guys are the ultimate professionals. Sorry to hear, Ken. I wonder if your neck hurts from looking down on people like that. And again, guys, I really I don't want anybody to shit on this woman. Please don't do that. Don't let your feelings of her change because of this story. I don't know what she was going through that day. She could have just found out her grandma had COVID and she was in a really bad mood. And I'm the one that got taken out on. So, don't let this sway your feelings about her. Just watch Leprechaun 3 and cheer when she dies. Buckmouth story. Yeah, hey, Victor Crowley killed Zach in Magic 3, so you got that going for you, Raven. Hey, good night, Peter. Hope you have a wonderful night. No, she has not responded. That's a pretty trash move on their end and deserve a backlash. Nah, I love you, Matt, but like I said, she could have had a bad day. She needed someone to take her frustration out on, and it was me. Like I said, if the tide ever turned, I'd still work with her. You know, I still have respect for her. I tell her I'm glad she died in lap 3. Now, before we go, if you guys have any questions for Michael, Video Creep, Celeste, Sweet and Spooky, or Ashley and I, now would be the perfect time to ask. I say that we had such a great time on our first solo live that we will be doing another one in a couple of weeks. And what we're going to do with this one, and we hope that you guys can come join us. We're going to do a bracket.
So I think it should be like Horror Madness or something.
Yeah, it's like a March Madness of our favorite villains. And we're going to go from the top to the bottom of all our favorite horror villains. We're going to have our Jasons, our Freddys, our Pennywise, our Pinhead, our Chucky, our little Letty boy. We're going to battle them with you guys in the comments. And we're going to do voting, and we're going to go, and we're going to see who wins our March Villain Madness. I don't know what we're going to call it yet, but we hope you guys can all come out for that because we had such a great time with the interaction we had on that. Here in the next couple weeks, on top of that, I do got to say, because I'm very nervous about it, me, my boy J-Dev, and my boy Robbie from That Horror Couple are going to do my very first ever non-horror live stream. We're going to be counting down our top 10 favorite professional wrestlers of all time. So you guys are professional wrestling fans, stop on out for that. I think that's going to be a great time. So that's pretty much what we got coming up here in the next couple weeks. What about you, Michael? What you got coming up for us?
Just still doing all the things that I do, just on the channel, dropping more videos, dropping more stuff there. I have Twitch that I've been doing like pretty consistently, so that's been a thing. And I have a Discord and shit. So, but just go to the YouTube and then you'll learn about everything else. That's the easiest thing that you could do.
And you don't got to go far. It's down here in the description.
Right there.
How about you, Sweet and Spooky? What you got coming up for us?
On Friday, I will have a review of X coming out.
Oh, beautiful.
Film. Super excited for that. And then next week, I have some more Giallo content. I have a review of Blood in Black Lace. So come through.
Awesome.
We can't wait. And you know where you guys can find that? Right down here in the description. So click these links, subscribe to my good friends here if you haven't already. We'll catch up on the chat, and I'll let you guys get on with your night. My son is loving Chucky Lap. Started something I love. Thank you, J-Dev. You're too kind, Ken. I already put a hex on her. It is from this one. No question, but we stand Celisa's eye gems as always.
Oh my God, thank you.
Ooh, I love brackets. Okay, cool. I'm glad you guys are going to come out for that. Let's go for brackets. Sounds badass. I'm in. Goes up to Sweet and Spooky. What is your favorite horror movie, Celise?
It is Rosemary's Baby.
I knew that. Awesome. Thank you for the question. Open to all. Who is your dream interview? I'll let you start that one, babe, because I have two and I know who they are right off the top of my head. Who would be your dream interview?
Probably like Brad Dourif.
That'd be really awesome. Great.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah. How about you, Michael? Who's your dream interview be?
My dream interview would probably be a guy named Steve Dildarian. He's not even a horror writer, but I respect his comedy quite a bit. I would love to sit with that man.
Well, and those of you that don't know, Michael, on top of being an amazing horror content creator, is a comedian, is a musician as well. So you are a jack of all trades, my friend. So I respect the love you got out there.
I just can't. I just have commitment issues. Just can't pick a thing.
How about you, Celeste? Well, who's your dream interview?
Probably the French director Julia Dockernau. She did Raw and Titan. I would love to talk to her. Icon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mine is Caroline Williams.
See?
Mine would honestly, and I know this is gonna sound really silly, Tony Todd would be number one. I feel like that's one that I would love to be able to pick that guy's brain about how horror started for him. And then Devin Sawa.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about him.
I would love
What an icon,
to be able to
Devin
interview Devin
Sawa.
Sawa. I love everything the guy's ever done, from Casper to Idle Hands, Final Destination, Chucky. I mean, I even like that new movie he did on the Thanksgiving movie. The
The
Thanksgiving.
Black Friday.
Yeah,
one?
the Black Friday one. I thought
That was so
great.
fun.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
very
So
fun.
I mean, Devin Sawa is huge for me, and I've always said that I would love to see a Nightmare on Elm Street remade with Devin Sawa as Freddy. I think that he would absolutely kill that role. So thank you for the question, Jamie. But that's my answers. I've had 2 interactions with Chris Sarandon. The first time he was a complete dick. The second time super awesome. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You never know what people are going through. That's why I don't shit on anybody, because we don't know, guys. They could just found out their best friend died, and you were the first person they interacted with after. Mike's Night of the Living Dead video was among my all-time favorites.
Oh, dude, thank
So
you.
There you go.
Thank you. That video, it took a lot of elbow grease, that video, so thank you.
That's awesome. I'm happy to see Giallo. If you are happy to see Giallo love, boy, do I got a link in the description for you. Make sure you check out Celeste. Her Giallo love is amazing.
Thank you.
Can't wait for the wrestling countdown, my dude. I will say this, during that wrestling countdown, you will find out that I think I'm cute and I know I'm sexy. Celeste's Giallo content is so good. Everyone check. There's got to be an echo in here. It's amazing. Question for Sweet and Spooky. What kind of Giallo do you like, and how long have you been watching?
Oh, I like everything. I've been watching for a few months now. I'm really a big fan of Sergio Martino's work. Anything with Edwidge Fenwick is really good. Of course, Argento is good. Just like go to the channel.
Yeah. It'd be a shorter answer to say, who don't you like? And she covers
Honestly.
her content. What I love about the Giallo, because I've never been a huge Giallo guy myself. I get it. I'm not a real horror fan. But watching your videos keeps me interested, and I get educated on things that I'm not too familiar with. So that's what I love about the videos, Celeste. It's been so much fun to
Thank
learn
you.
different things like that. Celeste has the best 3-point lighting in the YouTube biz.
Yo, for real.
Oh, thank you
For
so
real.
much. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, guys.
Just subscribe to Video Creep. You're not
Hey,
gonna regret
Mud,
that,
thank
man.
you.
Love
He's the
that.
man. Michael, you'll love him.
Yes.
Yep, we stand. I'm not even
Yes.
trying to say that. I heard Celeste
Julia
say it, I was like,
Docker now. Yeah.
Celeste is killing it with her Giallo videos. Outstanding as always.
Thank you,
Tony Todd was
Andy.
so nice. Oh, Raven, I'm so happy you got to meet him, love. That's so cool. He would be great. Don't forget about Little Giants with Devin Sawa. That boy could throw a toilet paper roll like no other.
Giallo
Giallo
era. That's literally what I yell on my channel all the time. So come by.
I had to do it. Has anyone seen Nightmare Alley? I don't think so.
I have
Have you guys
not.
seen it?
I have not. It's on my list though.
We'll check it out. Question for all: have you subscribed to Horror Loot Crate? Loot Fright, yes, we have. We have done it in the past. We are not currently subscribed to Loot Fright, but it's an amazing horror box. The BAM box is another one that we like a lot. Gas is $5 a gallon, so those subscriptions have calmed down a little bit. But what about you guys? Are you subscribed to Loot Fright or the BAM box or anything?
I'm tempted all the time, but I never pull the trigger because I just hate the idea of like spending money on something I won't like. I don't know what it is. I'm not a surprise guy.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I will tell you this: Loot Fright has never disappointed me.
No, they usually have pretty good content.
I've got one of my favorite shirts, my Get Out shirt.
Yeah.
I got from Loot Fright. My Creature from the Black Lagoon shirt I got from Loot Fright. Usually Loot Fright is very good. You fill out like a little questionnaire at the beginning, so they kind of have a really good idea on what you're into.
Oh my god.
What about you, Celeste?
Oh my gosh. You guys froze for a second. I got so scared. I was like, oh no.
I
Did
saw
we
that
die?
fear.
I
saw
know. I
that
was like,
fear.
oh. No, I am not subscribed to any of these, but they sound really fun.
Yeah, I enjoy them. I look forward to Video Creep's Leprechaun video.
Oh, dude,
Me
thank
too.
you. Yeah, like Celeste, I will probably cover X as well, and then after that, Leprechaun will probably be up next. So just throw notifications on my videos, and you won't miss it.
Love it.
There's all you gotta do is hit that bell, baby.
Mhm.
I'm a bibliophile and do book subscription boxes. I would, but I'm not a nerd. No, I'm kidding. I love you. I just honestly I love that. I don't have time. Like between doing this, like what people don't get is with Sledgehammer Horror, like my content is recorded, edited, and uploaded right now through June. So we're constantly working, we're constantly popping out. So it's hard. And then you got to make time for the kids. Apparently they like to eat and shit. So it definitely is hard at times. I have not. Have you guys seen The Seed?
I have not. It's a new one on Shudder.
No.
Yeah. We
Haven't seen it.
Boomer just told us about that the other day when we were a guest on the Cabin in the Woods podcast. Or Podcast in the Woods. Remember he was talking about The Seed. I was like, watch it. And he was like, don't. I was like, oh. You won't.
Oh, it's getting really mixed reviews. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, JT? Yeah, sorry we froze for a second, guys. Are giallo a type of slasher? Well, would you call them slasher?
Giallo is a type of slasher, yes. You know, you should watch my introduction to Giallo video where I give the entire rundown and I kind of teach you, and it's like a funny little video. Also, there's a whole intro where I shot it like a Gialli, so
Yeah.
come through. Quality content.
You know where you guys can find that? I'll put in the link down in the description. So again, I do want to say to everybody, whether it's you, Michael, whether it's you, Celise, whether it's everybody over there in the chat, thank you for taking a Wednesday night and coming to spend it with us. We started talking about Leprechaun. We ended talking about everything so awesome in this community. So we appreciate you. I promise you this is not the last time you'll see them on this channel. And here soon, you may be seeing a little bit of a Sledgehammer and Spooky over on Sweet and Spooky. So something else we're very, very excited about. I do want to say again, thank you guys all so much. It's my channel, so I'm saying it again. Links in the description. Click them, subscribe to them, love them. But bear with you guys. We got a couple more questions for you. Everybody in the chat, as always, keep talking horror.
Say what you are.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.